Was this his most impressive win of the 2025 season?
I think, Joe, absolutely, it really was. And for the people who watched the pre-race, I had to bring out the hat again. A coworker gifted it to me at Watkins Glen, just to bring out the hat before we say anything about SVG. I know the fans and how they feel in our comments usually, but no, without a doubt, Joe, this was the most impressive Shane van Gisbergen victory in the Cup Series level, at least. I mean, if you look, I love statistics. Also, I want to shout out Red Bull, finally back in victory lane in NASCAR. It feels pretty damn good to see that happen. Hopefully, the diecasts get produced. But yeah, Shane van Gisbergen, he had 39 of the fastest laps of the race. These are just green flag laps. The lowest running position Shane was in this entire race was sixth. Yeah, sixth. And that was because of having the pit. So we tried to flip the stage. Still ended up with a many stage points. He scored 59 total points out of a possible 60 or 61. He led 97 laps, Joe, which is 88.2% of the laps. And if you don't think that is the most dominant Shane van Gisbergen performance we have seen in quite a while, even like going back to supercars, it was. So it was really impressive, and it's just so funny to see the comments like, "Oh, they signed him. He's only good on the road courses." Who cares? He's got 3 wins now, 3 road course victories, including the street course, obviously. I mean, impressive signing Justin Marks Trackhouse. We all had that feeling back in 2023. They made a smart decision bringing him over for Project 91, and now it's just so funny. He's got 4 Cup wins just a couple of years later, 3 of them in the last 5 Cup Series races. So, without a doubt, it was his most impressive win. His betting odds were plus 125 or plus 150, which again is absolutely absurd in motorsports, unless like you were 2023 Max Verstappen. That was really the last time you saw something like that. And then Pelot's championship odds this year are like minus 6,000. But you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is definitely his most impressive victory. I don't think anyone had anything for him. Even on the old tires, he showed that he's the best in the business. And in making that case, we talked less than 24 hours ago, maybe a little more now at this point. Is he the greatest NASCAR road racer of all time? And I know it's young, but I think he just continues to add himself into that conversation. He's got the most next-gen road course victories, and he's only been in the next-gen for however many road course races. So, yeah, most impressive by far.
By far the most impressive. I think the big key, especially we know there's rumors of another new street course coming in. SVG is going to be an easy favorite for that. If Mexico comes back or if it's Montreal, these tracks where NASCAR drivers have less experience and the teams have less notes, SVG is going to be a favorite to win. But here, I really thought we would see more competition, especially when the stage got flipped. But as you said, he only fell to sixth place. I couldn't believe stage two. It's like, he's going to win this stage. This is impressive. And sure enough, gets around Kyle Larson. I was starting to think, could he use up his tires too much around Kyle Larson? That didn't seem to be an issue at all. Just nobody had anything for him. In the chat room, Scott says, I know Boris said was NASCAR's best road course racer for a while. Boris said had a big fan following. And it just, I'm glad he brought up Boris said, because Boris says one of those drivers, he could have easily gotten wins, but just seemed one thing or another thing. Ron Fellows have success in the Xfinity, Truck Series even. Cup Series just always seems to slip away. SVG not letting that happen, even with the flurry of late cautions, just handle it like a pro. And this is definitely a very impressive win from him. Sonoma, a track that is a lot more harder to pass. Watkins Glen's going to be the next one. That's going to be one I think SVG is going to be truly excited about. But it's going to be a while till we get there. So he's going to have some work in the ovals, but still,